Carl and Louie here from Games, Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short. And it's Design Your Own Set time. We're looking at the iconic band that is Tool. 18 tracks overall as always. We have an intro, one each, 7 songs for part 1, part 2, another 7 songs, and then 3 for the encore. You should know how this works by now. You like a bit of Tool?
I do. I've not seen them live. I've heard a little bit of them live, but unfortunately they were on the Sunday of download, and where I wasn't driving home, I couldn't be in a place to go, oh, by the way.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
I was being driven home by someone else, so I'm not going to go, actually, and Tour one of them bands, if you're not really into it, it's a long old slog.
It can be, yeah.
So it's not one of the fast, energetic kind of sets. So I was just like, okay, I've sort of I heard a couple of songs as we were walking out. I sort of got into Tool from getting a tattoo done. My tattooist loved Tool, and for the whole Alice in Wonderland one, just hours of it listening to Tool and getting tattooed. So it's kind of like quite a nice way of being introduced to him, really. So
fair enough. I mean, I got into them off the back of Lateralis, that album. Yeah, that was it really. Back from that, forward from that. Not like we got loads of albums afterwards anyway. No. And obviously leading to the latest release, Fear Inoculum, which I thought could never live up to the hype, and did. It did. Never seen them live either. Never seen them live. Don't know if I ever really will.
That's the thing, that isn't it? One of them bands that it's a big size and
yeah, it's difficult. And you know, like Tool go, oh yeah, we're going to play a venue in this country, in London, that kind of thing. You know, you got to be on the ball for that. Those tickets are going to be sold out very, very quick. I mean, look at Perfect Circle. I know it's not Tool, but you know, the connection with Maynard. You know, that was a major sellout, and I have seen them live at least. So there is that. Yeah. But, right, let's get started then. Intro. Do you want to get started?
I've gone with Fear Inoculum, from Fear Inoculum.
Okay.
Because I think it's quite nice to kind of come back in with a start of a new song from a new album, the newest one. It's got quite a nice start to it as well.
Yeah, I've kind of done it on the basis of, on this a similar thing, where I've done it on the basis of like, oh, like this is a new album tour almost to a certain degree, you know? So my intro is the exact same. It's Fear Inoculum from Fear Inoculum as well. It's a great intro. I think it's got a nice slow, heady beat. You know, it's one that, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, Tool aren't harping on about the past. Yeah.
Yeah, just getting on with it and producing good music still, which is good.
Okay. Yeah. Part 1 then, you're 7.
So I've gone for Prison Sex from Undertow. Jambi from 10,000 Days.
Okay.
46 and 2 from Anima.
Yeah.
The Pot from 10,000 Days.
Parabol
from Lateralis. And then Parabola from Lateralis.
Okay.
Yeah.
You copy mine.
I didn't copy yours.
Just copied mine, man.
I didn't copy yours.
Yeah, my part 1 kicks off with Prison Sex from Undertow. Then I've gone with Hooker with a Penis from Anima. Then I've also done Parabol from Lateralis and Parabola from the same album together. I put them together as well, one after the other.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. Copycat, man.
I'm not a copycat.
Then I've done Invincible from Fear Inoculum. Followed that then with Push It from Anima.
Yep.
Before my part 1 ends with Rosetta Stone from 10,000 Days. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So my second part, I can't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Okay.
You've done too many.
Yeah, so I'm going to swap one out. So I've started the second part.
Are you sure? Because I thought it seemed like you didn't do enough in the original. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so I can't count.
Yeah, you didn't need...
So from the first part, I finished the first part with Writing 2 from 10,000 Days. It's one of my favourite Tool songs.
Okay.
It's like 2 songs. So then I started the second part, 7 songs. With Push It.
Okay.
Anima. Sober from Undertow. Numa from Fear Inoculum.
Okay.
I knew one in there. Lateralis from Lateralis. Anima. And then I've gone for Wings for Marie Part 1. 10,000 Days, Wings Part 2 from 10,000 Days.
So many of them are the same. Oh, goodness me.
It doesn't happen much, does it?
Not at this level. Not when we're placing songs that we think go together at the same point as well.
Like you want to end.
Yeah.
Think about that 10,000 Days. Yeah, it's such an epic.
Right, part 2 for me begins with Sober from Undertow, then Eulogy from Anima, Panuma from Fear Inoculum, Ticks and Leeches from Lateralis, Wings for Marie Part 1, and 10,000 Days, Wings Part 2 from 10,000 Days. There's the 2 together again. And then my Part 2 ends with Undertow, the self-titled track from the album. Yeah.
Cool.
Encore. Let's see how many are the same. We're both missing an obvious one. 2 probably, actually.
Yeah.
2.
So my encore would start with Vicarious from 10,000 Days.
Yep.
That's such a good song. Schism from Lateralis, and ended with Stinkfist and Ema.
Yeah, 2 out of 3, exactly the same, just different way round. My encore kicks off with Inoculum's 7 Tempest, 7 Empist, that one. I think it's the best track on Inoculum, and I loved it. It was I love that track. Then I've got Stinkfist from Enema, and then I chose to end with the song that I first ever heard of Tool, the one that got me into them, is Schism. Oh man, fuck you, Tool. Of course, that particular track. Yeah, I mean, it's Tool. This is, I mean, an 18-track Tool show would be long. This is going to be at least like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say not seeing them live properly. I don't know how they obviously must. They're quite creative. I'm guessing they kind of have the way of performing them live.
Yeah, it's not going to be like here's one track, then here's the next, and that's something. It's not going to be like that in any way, shape, or form. Trying to picture it like a normal gig where it's just here's our songs played back to back, so on. That's how I've kind of gone from it more than anything else.
And I don't think they'll play the stuff that you expect them to. If you're not one of them bands, it's
of course,
like, it just as the kind of mood takes them on this tour and how they feel when they're starting to put things together.
Yeah, I mean, I make no bones about it. I'm not deep diving Tool here. I looked at the albums, I went through the discography and the track listing and went, right, well, what songs do I know and what songs do I really like? Well, it started with that. Then it was like, okay, what's some of the more experimental ones that I might not get, might not be as obvious kind of thing, but, I'm sure if you're a massive Tool fan, I wouldn't call myself a massive Tool fan, that's the thing. I do like them a lot, but I'm not, I rarely seek them out. I rarely go, oh, let me listen to a bit of Tool.
Yeah.
That's why it is.
Yeah.
But that's the point of it. Of course, let us know what yours would be in the comments and head over to Spotify to check out these particular lists. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?